10-9 after going up 10-1 in the first period. Then Starocci went to the side mats and just picked up a tech fall in 2.5 minutes. And so he's doing okay for his first Penn State win. The redshirt first year. He didn't wrestle last year. And now he's going up against Troy Fisher, who, Troy Fisher, was up on DJ Washington in the third period of their match. And then DJ Washington turned the tables in a hurry, got a fall, turned it into a near fall, turned it into a pin in a snap like that. And DJ Washington just so talented for Indiana. And now these two guys who both lost to him, who both put up significant fights against him, will battle it out themselves. Carter Starocci, the extremely highly touted recruit, replacement for Mark Hall, the Penn State legend at 174, trying to get his first dual win in a Nittany Lion uniform.
Kind of a Spider-Man meme here with both guys saying, "Oh, you lost to JJ Washington and you're mad about it?" Yeah, I did too. Both these guys really mad about their loss to DJ Washington, who, you know, I'm sure Washington was scouted by both of these teams, but neither of them were expecting what actually happened. Fisher was not expecting to be pinned, and Starocci was certainly not expecting to lose.
Yeah. Look at the scramble from Troy Fisher right there. It looked like Starocci had a takedown coming. Fisher did a very good job to stay around him, keep that leverage. Gray Northwestern singlets with the purple trim against the blue and white for Penn State, of course. Penn State always national contenders, but in a slight rebuilding mode, as much of a rebuilding mode as Penn State is ever in after the loss of Hall. A couple key seniors departed last year, but they're still Penn State. There's no doubt about that. 16-9 lead in the duel right now. Remember, 6 of Northwestern's points came from the forfeit at 125. Right now, Fisher and Starocci, neither really looking like they have the upper hand just yet. It seemed as though Starocci's had the better of some of these chances, but then Fisher's turned them around on him. Carter Starocci has that ankle locked now. Fisher in a little bit of a tricky situation.
Great job by Starocci of kind of sticking his right ankle out. That was what Fisher was looking for before, and now look at it. He's got that right ankle, Fisher does, and they're kind of locked up in a stalemate.
Yeah, Starocci almost had Fisher with his shoulders down there for a second, but like turned around away from him. And now, yeah, both guys with ankle control. Starocci trying to work his own ankle free. The referee just going to stand him back up with 25 seconds to go in the first period. So Starocci's been the more aggressive wrestler, certainly, but Fisher has had some counter moves that have put Starocci awful close to being in a bad position.
Yeah, similar to Fisher's match. Similar to Fisher's match with Washington. Fisher looked impressive in the beginning, but Washington was just able to outlast Fisher in terms of that conditioning. So we'll see if Starocci can do the same thing. So far, Fisher looking really good against the number 7 wrestler.
Troy Fisher, another one of these young Northwestern wrestlers as we run out of time in the first period. He is a redshirt first year, so did have a year of competing unattached. Looked pretty decent in that year, 10-6. And coming in 0-2 in this year. Coming into this particular match, I should say, 0-2. Fisher starts on top here. That's a very simple escape from Starocci. He was barely on the ground at all. No need to be concerned just yet if you're Troy Fisher.
You got to watch out if you're Fisher. He was kind of sticking his left wrist out, and Starocci grabbed hold of it and kind of pulled him forward. That is an intuitive move I would have not thought of myself. Good job by Starocci, but they do get locked up in a stalemate.
Again, the stalemate stands him up. Yes, Fisher has looked very good when these two have been stood up next to each other. Nearly 3.5 minutes now of pretty even wrestling while they've been neutral. Taking towards a minute left in the second period. A lot of scrambling going on, and Starocci got the best of it. Just a little bit too quick for Troy Fisher. Finally got around him the way he wanted to. The other couple times he tried that, Fisher was able to grab onto Starocci's leg as he went around and take the back. But this time Starocci gets there first, gets that first takedown of the match. Fisher trying for a pretty quick escape. Can he get the arms away? Starocci just so strong, grabbing onto that torso. Fisher trying to wrestle those arms away from his body. a stall call now against Penn State, but Starocci manages to keep himself on top. I think he'll probably take that stall warning.
I think he will too. And that right there, that was just weight room strength right there. Of course, you're not allowed to lock your hands here in wrestling. Starocci was just able to kind of pull Fisher, and Fisher couldn't get free. And now Starocci definitely with an advantage here going on top.
Yeah, he got quicker off the whistle as well. Fisher just not able to move very quickly off that whistle. And again, you know, like you said, Jack, those hands not locked together around the torso, but his grip just so strong, Carter Starocci's, that Fisher is really having trouble breaking it. Now he's got that leg in there as well. Control of the right leg. Trying to maybe even turn Fisher over if he can. A lot of pressure on that upper back. Fisher trying to build a base, but his right leg is in control of Starocci. And again, now just trying to break out of the grip. Not able to do it.
What was so impressive there about Starocci is every time Fisher broke apart one sort of grip, Starocci was able to make another grip in some other way. It started with Starocci kind of locking his legs around the ankle of Fisher. Then it was his hands locking around the upper body of Fisher. And it was just a really impressive showing by Starocci to win that period and start the third now on top.
Carter Starocci, redshirt freshman out of Erie, Pennsylvania, as he has really been in control when he's been on top and starting to stack up that riding time now. As soon as he got on top in this one, Fisher was doing great when they were neutral, but as soon as Starocci got on top, he got in control of this one, and Fisher finally able to get his first escape. So for all that, Fisher just a takedown and some riding time away from even in this one back up. I say, again, I should probably stop saying just when I say that, because, you know, you are still facing the number 7 wrestler in your weight class, in Carter Starocci, the uber-talented redshirt freshman. Was a massively rated recruit coming out of high school. 46-0 as a senior to win the Pennsylvania State Championship. 50-0 as a junior to win the Pennsylvania State Championship. Big-time recruit for Penn State, and Starocci, after a bit of a slow start, though it was noted on Twitter by a variety of people that, you know, Starocci's predecessor at 174, Mark Hall, he lost his first match of his career too. So people were certainly quick to point that one out after it happened for Starocci, and he's closing in on a bounce-back win, though Troy Fisher has made it very difficult for him here. 33 seconds to go. Fisher's
got some size.
Yeah, I mean, Fisher still could make something happen. And he certainly made it difficult on Starocci, but now with the riding time point cinched up, Fisher would have to get some near fall points in. It's looking unlikely for Troy Fisher. Still shooting the leg, still going for the takedown. Starocci sprawled very nicely that time. He's going to close this one out. So a 4-1, pardon me with the riding time point, 4-1 victory for Carter Starocci over Troy Fisher. And he makes it 1-1 in duels in his young Penn State career.